be luck, na sense I use. Step by step, I know they confuse. Every day I dey build my lane. I dey grow, I know they play. Hashtag out. Now smart, I dey move, no be gaga. I dey rise steady, no wahala. Small, small, I dey climb, I know they rush. Smart habits, they play, I know they hush. I know they point finger, I take my part. Mind they sharp, I dey play my card. I know they make noise, I just they act. I dey walk clean, I saw it be fact. I know they point finger, I take my part. Mind they sharp, I dey play my card. I know they make noise, I just they act. I dey walk clean, I saw it be fact. I dey reflect, I dey plan well. I dey move with sense, no be hard sell. No be every fight I go enter. Now for God's I get, I no be pretender. I know they do anyhow. The high impact I dey chase now. Now smart I dey move, no be gaga. I dey rise steady, no wahala. Small, small I dey climb, I know they rush. Smart habits they pay, I know they hush. I know the average, I know they slack. Now smart pro lifestyle I carry for back. No be luck, na sense I use. Step by step, I know they confuse. Every day I dey build my lane. I dey grow, I know they play. Hashtag up. I know the average, I know they slack. A smart pro lifestyle I carry for back. I smart, I dey move, no be gaga. I dey rise steady, no wahala. Small, small, I dey climb, I know they rush. Smart habits they play, I know they hush. I know the average, I know they slack. A smart pro lifestyle I carry for back.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. I'm so excited to welcome you to this powerful session titled The Smart Professionals Playbook 21 Habits of High Impact Performers. The Smart Professionals Playbook 21 Habits of High Impact Performers. My name is Enobong Ekarika, and I'll be your guide for the next few minutes as we explore these daily habits, these daily decisions, these daily mindset shifts that separate, average performers from truly exceptional ones. And now, let's be honest, the professional world is fast, is competitive, and is constantly changing. But here's the truth, good people. It's not just about working hard, it's about working smart. It's about being intentional. It's about building habits that drive results, influence, and impact. And in this session, good people, I'll be sharing 21 practical high performance habits that are drawn, from real life experiences, from deep insight, and from patterns that I've seen in top tier professionals. And these are professionals across different industries. Yes, good people. Some of these habits may, challenge your thinking. Some may affirm what you're already doing. And some may just be the missing link you've been looking for. Yes. Whether you're a rising professional, you're a business leader, or you're simply hungry to grow, you're in the right place, good people. You're in the right place. Grab your notepad, stay present, and let's get in. Welcome to the Smart Professionals Playbook. But before we proceed, we'll go to our mantra, which is to remind us of who we are, that we are truly uncommon, and we call it the uncommon man. Can we take our mantra together?
No be like na since I use. Step by step, I no dey confuse. Every day I dey build my lane. I dey grow and no dey play. That's smart, I dey no be gra gra. I dey rise steady, no wahala. Small small, I dey climb, I no dey rush. Smart habits dey pay, I no dey hush. I know they point finger, I take my part. Mind they sharp, I they play my card. I know they make noise, I just they act. I they walk clean, so it be fact. I they reflect, I they plan well. I they move with sense, no be hard sell. No be every fight I go enter. Now focus I get, I no be pretender. I know they do anyhow. Now high impact I they chase now. Not smart, I they move, not grace, I they walk. No be who shall pass, they do the work. I they show up, I they finish strong. One habit at a time, you no go take long. I know the average, I know they slack. Not smart pro lifestyle, I carry for back.
All right, our mantra is taken from the book Common Sense, written in 1776 by Thomas Paine. Let us read it together. It's a soft reminder that we are truly uncommon and what it takes to be an uncommon man. I do not choose to be a common man. It is my right to be uncommon. If I can, I seek opportunity, not security. I do not wish to be a kept citizen, humbled and dulled by having the state look after me. I want to take the calculated risk, to dream and to build, to fail and to succeed. I refuse to barter incentive for a dole. I prefer the challenges of life to the guaranteed existence, the thrill of fulfillment to the stale calm of utopia. I will not trade freedom for beneficence, nor my dignity for a handout. I will never cower before any master, nor bend to any trait. It's my heritage to stand erect, proud and unafraid, to think and act for myself, to enjoy the benefits of my creations, and to face the world boldly and say, this, with God's help, I have done. Please, let's repeat it again. It's my heritage to stand erect, proud and unafraid, to think and act for myself, to enjoy the benefits of my creations, and to face the world boldly and say, this, with God's help, I have done. Please celebrate yourself. Celebrate yourself. Let's get back to our topic.
You do, ooh, you do, ooh. No be luck, no sense I use. Step by step, I know they confuse. Every day I dey build my lane. I dey grow, I know they play. Nah, I smart, I dey move, no be gra gra. I dey rise steady, no wahala. Small small, I dey climb, I know they rush. Smart habits, they pay, I know they rush.
Now, what is the only thing? Now, good people, what if the only thing standing between you and your next big opportunity is a habit that you haven't built yet? And do you know that the most successful professionals don't work harder? They work smarter and they work differently. We are going to learn that in today's session. Okay? And high impact professionals aren't born, they are built one habit at a time. High impact professionals aren't born, their belt one habit at a time. And if you keep doing what average professionals do, you keep getting average results. And it's time to upgrade your habits, good people. Now, let me remind you that talent is great, but it's habit that carries you to the top. Let's take it again. Talent is great, but it's habits that carry you to the top and keep you there. It's habits that carries you to the top and keep you there. And remember, your performance is your reputation, and your habits are shaping both, whether you know it or not. Let me also add that this session is not just about career tips, it's about rewiring how you think, how you act, and how you win as a professional. That means I believe you want to be that professional, that kind of professional that people remember, that people promote, and that people refer. Yes, it starts with the right habit. We are going to look at all of this. So let me show you the playbook they don't teach you in school, good people. The habits that silently shape careers. You're welcome to today's session, and I believe you're fully ready for a great, impactful learning session.
I know they point finger, I take my part. Mind the sharp, I they play my card. I know they make noise, I just they act. I they walk clean, na so it be facts. I know they point finger, I take my part. Mind the sharp, I they play my card. I know they make noise, I just they act. I they walk clean, na so it be facts. I they reflect, I they plan well. I they move with sense, no be hard sell. No be every fight I go enter. Now focus I get, I no be pretender. I know they do anyhow. Now high impact I they chase now. Now I smart I they move, now grace I they walk. No be who shout pass they do the work. I they show up, I they finish strong. One habit at a time, you know go take long. I know be average, I know they
All right, who am I? Who am I? I'm Dr. Enobong Ekarika. I wear a few hats, yes. I'm a human resource specialist. I'm a leadership trainer. I'm an AI educator. I'm an author and speaker. I'm also the CEO of Advantage Workforce Consultants. I help professionals, professionals like you to grow their careers, to build confidence, and to make real impact. Have worked with individuals, with organizations, with business leaders to improve performance and to reach big goals. And I love simplifying complex things. And today's topic is one of my favorites. So good to have you in today's session. So what's today's session about? What will it cover? What will today's session cover? In this session, we'll discover 21 but powerful habits that top professionals practice every day. We are going to learn how these habits affect us as professionals. We are going to talk about your mindset, how you think, your work ethics, how you show up, your relationships, how you connect, and your personal growth, how you develop yourself. Now, we are also going to understand the daily actions that leads to big results. Okay, and today's session, we are going to get clear practical steps that you can start using immediately to improve your professional life. You're welcome to this session. Now, let's look at this quote by Robin Sharma. He says, change is hardest at the beginning, messiest in the middle, and best at the end. Change is hardest at the beginning, messiest in the middle, and best at the end. This is a quote by Robin Sharma. That means we shouldn't be afraid of change, because at the end of it, we really enjoy our the situation or the outcome. Now, why does this topic matter now more than ever? Why is this session important right now? It's because today's world is very fast paced and competitive. And also, it's not enough just to have a job, you need to stand out. It's not enough just to have a job, you need to stand out. And companies are looking for people who are smart, who are reliable, and who are proactive. Yes, that's what they are looking for. And also, another reason why this session is important is because success is no longer just about talent, it's about daily habits. And the way you think, the way you work, the way you relate to others are open doors or close them. And also, if you want to grow, if you want to lead and also get noticed, you must build the right habit. Yes, and that's what this session is all about. You're welcome. You're welcome once again. Now, let's look at what is a high impact professional. We are going to define a high impact professional. We look at the key characteristics and why impact matters more than effort alone.
Slack, a smart pro lifestyle I carry for back. I know be average, I know the slack, na smart pro lifestyle I carry for back.
Okay, now that we've set the stage, let's answer an important question. What exactly is a high impact professional? What exactly is a high impact professional? Now, a high impact professional is someone who doesn't just do their job. Yes, they actually make a real difference wherever they work. Let me take that definition again. A high impact professional is someone who doesn't just do their job, but they make a real difference whenever they work and wherever they work. And they produce results, they influence others positively, and they help things move forward. They don't blend in, they stand out because of the way they think, the way they act, and the way they contribute. That's who a high impact professional is. Now let's look at the key characteristics of a high impact professional. Number one is result driven. They focus on outcome, not just activities. Number two, they are proactive. They don't wait to be told what to do, they take initiative. Number three, they are solution oriented because they bring answers, not just complaints. Number four, they are reliable. Because they deliver consistently on time and with quality. Number five key characteristic is they are excellent communicators. They are excellent communicators. They know how to speak, they know how to listen, and they know how to write clearly. And six, they are self-aware. Okay, they know their strengths and they know the areas for improvement, and they are team players. They are also emotionally intelligent. That means that they manage their emotions and handle others with respect. And nine, they are always learning. That is, they invest in personal and professional growth, and then they leave things better. That's number 10, but not the least, they leave things better. Whether it's a project, a team, or a workplace, they improve it. Those are key attributes of high impact professional. Now let's look at why impact matters more than just effort. Why does it matter? Number one, first of all, is not how busy you are. It's actually what your work achieves that matters. not about how busy, but what you achieve at the end of the day. Effort shows you're trying, but impact shows you're delivering. Effort will always show that you're trying, but impact will show that you're delivering. Yes, many people work hard, but not everyone works smart. Okay? But high impact professionals do both. They work hard and they work smart. Very important. Then employers and clients remember those who solve problems, create value, and make things better. Yes, they always do that. They only remember those who solve problems, who create value, and who make things better. And let me tell you, you don't get promoted or recommended because you stay busy. No, no, no. You get noticed because your work makes a difference. And in today's world, impact is equal to influence. Yes. And influence will always lead to opportunities, leadership roles, and growth. So that is why impact matters more than just effort. We look at the cost of average. If you choose to stay average, what will you lose? What will you gain? The cost of average. We will look at what mediocrity looks like in today's workplace. We look at the silent habits that sabotage success and also how to transition into smart habits. Now, the cost of average, the cost of staying average. Now, mediocrity means just doing enough to get by, not enough to grow on, and not enough to stand out. Let me take what you mean by mediocrity again. It means just doing enough to get by, just doing enough to get to collect your monthly salary, not enough to grow and not enough to stand out. And in the workplace today, mediocrity shows up in many quiet ways. Now, let's quickly look at the signs. Number one, doing the bare minimum. Now, this is completing tasks without enthusiasm or attention to detail. Number two, sign of mediocrity in workplace is lack of initiative. This is waiting to be told what to do instead of taking action. Number three is low engagement, which is just clocking in and out with no interest in the bigger picture. Number four mark of mediocrity in a professional is poor communication. That is withholding feedback, avoiding collaboration, and ignoring clarity. Number five is no personal development, not learning new skills or improving on weaknesses. Number six is negative attitude. Negative attitude, complaining, gossiping, and resisting change. And number seven, blending in, which is avoiding responsibility, avoiding leadership, and avoiding visibility. Now, let's look at silent habits that sabotage success. The silent habits that sabotage success. These habits may seem small, yes, but over time they destroy growth potential. They destroy your professional growth. Number one is procrastination. Now, that is delay important work until the last minute. Is a silent habit that sabotage success. Another silent habit sabotaging success is making excuses, that is blaming others or circumstances instead of taking responsibility. Three, fear of feedback, which is avoiding correction or constructive criticism. Then four, inconsistency, that is not showing up with the same energy, quality, or commitment each day. Then number five is disorganization. Okay, that is losing time and missing deadline due to poor planning. And number six is avoiding responsibility. That is saying, that's not my job, instead of stepping up. And number seven, always waiting to be motivated, depending on feelings to get things done instead of discipline. These are habits, silent habits that sabotage success. silent habit that sabotage success, procrastination, making excuses, fear of feedback, inconsistency, disorganization, avoiding responsibility, and always waiting to be motivated. Now, how do we transition into smart habits? Because that's the most important, good people. That's the most important. The good news is, good people, you don't have to stay average. Yes, you can choose to rise. And average is a choice, just like excellence is. Average is a choice, just like excellence is. And the first step in becoming aware of small, the first step is becoming aware of these small habits that are holding you back. Yes, that's the first step. And from here, we are shifting our focus now to the 21 habits that will help you as a smart professional to shine, to lead, and to make impact. And we are going to discuss these 21 habits, which are practical, they are actionable, and they are proven to work no matter your industry, no matter your age, and no matter your role. So you're welcome as we proceed to the next phase, the practical habit, this 21 habit, the smart professionals playbook. The smart professionals playbook. We have an overview of the 21 habits. But first of all, what is the playbook? The smart professionals playbook is a simple guide that gives you that daily habits that high impact professionals, they use to succeed. It's that simple guide that shows you the daily habit that high impact professionals use to succeed. And these habits are not magic. Yes, they are not. They are small actions repeated daily that lead to big results over time. And good people, you don't have to be perfect. You just need to be consistent and intentional. Let me repeat myself. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be consistent and intentional. Now, these 21 habits are grouped into subgroups. They are grouped, and to make them easy to understand and practice, we are dividing the 21 habits into 4 key categories. Number 1 category, mindset habits. Mindset habits. What are mindset habits? This shape the way you think, the way you see challenges, and the way you approach work. They help you stay positive, focused, and confident. Examples are thinking long term, embracing a growth mindset, staying calm under pressure. Then number 2 categories, work ethics habit. These are about how you work, how you show up, and how you stay productive. They help you to be reliable, to be effective, and excellent. Now, examples here are being prepared, finishing what you start, managing your time wisely. And the third category are relationship habits. Relationship habit. This focus on how you relate to people, your colleagues, your clients, and leaders. They help you to build trust, to collaborate better, and to lead with influence. Now, examples of the relationship habit we are going to look at are listening actively, handling criticisms well, building strong network. And the fourth category is personal growth habits. Personal growth habit. This will help you grow beyond your job, as a person and as a professional. They keep you learning, keep you improving, and keep you becoming more valuable. An example in these categories are seeking feedback, learning new skills, reflecting reflecting regularly. That means, and each habit we are going to cover, okay, is practical, is clear, and is something you can start working on right away. So let's dive in and explore them together. You're welcome.
I don't wait for luck, I build the way. One smart habit every day. Focused mind and steady hands. Rising tall where leaders stand. I'm built to rise, I'm built to grow. Step by step and it starts to show. Consistency, courage and clarity to high impact habits. I know what to do. No more blame, I own my role. Vision sharp, I know my goal. I speak with purpose, learn with fire. Push through limits, aim up higher. I reflect, I learn, I stay focused. I grow, I don't just work hard, I work smart. I'm not average, I'm aligned with purpose. Every day I show up as the smart professional I was born to be. I'm built to rise, I'm built to grow. Step by step and it starts to show. Consistency, courage and clarity too. High impact habits, I know what to do. I know what to do.
All right, Robin Sharma said, starting strong is good, finishing strong is epic. Starting strong is good, finishing strong is epic. This is a quote by Robin Sharma. Now, category one are mindset habits. Let's look at some mindset habits that will make us stand out, that will make us achieve results and be the very best in our careers. Mindset habits. Now, let's get there. The number one is thinking long term. Thinking long term. What does it mean to think long term? Thinking long term is one of the smartest shifts, that any professional can make. Yes, thinking long term is one of the smartest shifts any professional can make. That means instead of reacting to the now, you start leading your future. Yes, you start leading your future. And when you think long term, you ask, will this shortcut damage my credibility later? Yes. Will this shortcut damage my credibility later? Or will this effort bring me closer to the kind of career I want? And this mindset shift makes you more strategic. It gives you clarity even in stressful situations. And I can tell you, when you think long term, you will stop chasing quick wins and you start building real successes. Because high impact professionals don't just focus on what's urgent. Yes, they think beyond their current tasks. They look at the bigger picture. They ask themselves questions like, how will this decision affect my career in the long run? What kind of professional do I want to become? What legacy am I building? And they understand that success is built over time, not overnight. Success is built over time, not overnight. So they make choices today that position them for growth, for trust, and for influence tomorrow. An example is, instead of rushing through your work just to meet a deadline, you ensure quality because your reputation matters long term. Another example is when you choose to learn a new skill today, even if it's hard, because you know it will make you more valuable next year. Another example is that you nurture relationship with colleagues and clients, not just for transactions, but for what? For trust and for future collaborations. Thus, number one, think long term. Number two, take responsibility. No blame game. Take responsibility. No blame game. What do we mean by this? Is that one of the fastest ways to earn respect, is to stop blaming, is to start own the situation. People trust those who say, yes, I made a mistake, and here is how I'll fix it. This habit will make you a problem solver, not a problem pointer. Yes, it will make you a problem solver, not a problem pointer. And believe me, every team needs more of that. Every team needs more of that. High impact professionals, they take ownership of their actions, they take ownership of their decisions and their outcome. And that is whether things goes right or wrong. They don't play the blame game. They don't shift responsibility to others. And instead, they always ask, what part did I play in this situation? What can I learn from this mistake? How can I improve next time? And what happens is that this habit will build maturity, trust, and leadership. And you realize that people will naturally follow those, who take responsibility and lead by example. Examples of this is when you miss a deadline, and instead of saying, the team delayed me, you say, oh, I should have followed up earlier. Next time I'll plan better. Other example is a failed project, and instead of hiding, you step forward and offer a solution. Other example is when you don't wait for someone else to fix an issue. You start with what's within your control. Those are examples of taking responsibility and not playing the blame game. Now let's look at habit number 3. Embrace change early. Embrace change early. What do we mean by that? Change is scary for most people. Very true. Change is scary for most people. But it's also where growth happens. Change is also where growth happens. And high impact professionals don't run from change, they run towards it. And when you embrace change early, you position yourself as a forward thinker. Yes, you position yourself as a forward thinker, and then it makes you a leader. And it makes you a leader even before you get a leadership title. That's how it runs. That means change is a constant in today's professional world. Very, very true. It's a constant. Why? There are new tools, new strategies, new roles. So, as a high impact professional, what happens? You don't resist change, but you do what? You adapt early and even welcome it. You don't resist change, you adapt early and even welcome it. And you stay flexible. High impact professionals stay flexible, they stay curious and open-minded. And instead of reacting, with fear or with frustration, what do? They ask, how can I benefit from this change? They ask, what do I need to learn to stay ahead? They ask, how do I make this transition, smoother for myself and others? Now, let's look at examples of this scenario. Number 1 is when your company introduces a new system. Okay? Now, instead of complaining, you volunteer to learn it first and help your teammates. Other example is that there's a shift in your team structure and you adjust quickly and just find ways to build to add more value. Then the third example I'll use is that you stay updated on industry trends, and this will help you not to be caught off guard. Yes, you will not be caught off guard. Now let's look at the next one. Operate from a growth mindset. Operate from a growth mindset. Now, a growth mindset is a powerful thing. Yes, it means that you see yourself as work in progress, and that's a beautiful thing. A growth mindset is when you see yourself as a work in progress, and that's a beautiful thing. Now, instead of avoiding tough tasks, you learn from them. And you know that every failure is a lesson, not a label. Let me repeat myself. Instead of avoiding tough tasks, you learn from them, and you know that every failure is a lesson, not a label. And with this mindset, there's no limit to how far you can grow, yes, because you stop being afraid of looking imperfect. Absolutely. And then, as a growth mindset, is that belief that your abilities can improve, okay, through learning, through practice, and through effort. And people with fixed, you notice something, we have those with fixed mindset, people with growth mindset. People with fixed mindset will say, I'm not good at this. But people with a growth mindset will say, I'm not good at this yet, but I can learn. I'm not good at this, but I can learn. This mindset will allow you to take on challenges, to learn from failure, to develop faster, to turn obstacles into learning experiences. Now, look at some example of having a growth mindset. Here, you struggle with public speaking, for instance. So, you take a class and practice instead of avoiding it. Number two example is you make a mistake on a project, and instead of beating yourself up, you review what went wrong and improve. And number three example is that you stretch yourself with new tasks, knowing that growth happens outside your comfort zone. Yes, it's important to note, to remember, to realize that growth happens outside your comfort zone. Now, let's get to the next slide. Number 5, focus on solutions, not problems. Focus on solutions, not problems. What do we mean by that? Focusing on solutions, not problems. Number 1 is that anyone can point out what's broken, yes, but only smart professionals focus on fixing it. Anyone can point out what's broken, but only smart professionals focus on fixing it. And this mindset will make you a trusted resource. It tells your team that we can count on you to stay calm and think clearly. And believe me, this kind of mindset is rare. Not just are they rare, they are extremely valuable. Extremely valuable. So what do we say? High impact professionals don't complain when things go wrong. No, 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 no. They just look for ways to fix it. Okay? They train their mind to ask, what can we do about this? What's the next best step? Who can I collaborate with to solve this? And they always stay calm and solution focused. They always stay calm and solution focused, especially when others are panicking or pointing fingers. An example is when a project is delayed, you don't waste time blaming. You identify what's causing the delay and propose steps to get back on track. Another example is when a client is unhappy, instead of getting defensive, you ask what can be done to win back their confidence. Then let me give you a third example. A third example is when your system crashes. You quickly notify the team, you look for backup options, and you stay calm while troubleshooting. Very important, very, very important to focus on solutions, not problems. At every point in time, focus on solutions, not problems. Now, I love this quote by Albert Einstein. Stay away from negative people. They have a problem for every solution. Albert Einstein. Stay away from negative people. They have a problem for every solution. Stay away from negative people. They have a problem for every solution. Now, let's get to category 2.
I reflect, I learn, I stay focused. I grow, I don't just work hard, I work smart. I'm not average, I'm aligned with purpose. Every day I show up as the smart professional I was born to be. This is my time, I I rise, I lead, the smart pros life, I live the creed. I'm built to rise, I'm built to grow. Step by step, and it starts to show. Consistency, courage, and clarity. To high impact habits, I know what to do. No more blame, I own my role. Vision sharp, I know my goal. I speak with purpose, learn with fire. Push through limits, aim up higher. I reflect, I learn, I stay focused. I grow, I don't just work hard, I work smart. I'm not average, I'm aligned with purpose. I reflect, I learn, I stay focused. I grow, I don't just work hard, I work smart. I'm not average, I'm aligned with purpose. Every day I show up as the smart professional I was born to be. Smart Pros Life, I live the creed. No be luck, na sense I use.
All right. Category 2, work ethic habits. Work ethic habits. I hope we had fun learning category 1. Category 2, work ethic habits. Let's get to number 6. Show up early and prepared. Show up early and prepared. What do we mean by that? Showing up early and prepared sends a message, okay? It sends a message like, I'll take this seriously. It builds trust. It shows that you're dependable and you're disciplined. And people know when you're consistently ready. It may look small, but it's often the difference, between being trusted with more and being overlooked. Okay? Now, let's still talk about that. Being early shows respect for people's time. Yes. Being prepared shows respect for your role. And high impact professionals don't just show up. What they do, they arrive early to add, early and ready to add value. Okay, they review, they plan ahead, and they anticipate what will be needed before the meeting, before the event, or before the task begins. An example is when you arrive 10 to 15 minutes before a meeting with your notes and your document ready, or before a presentation, you rehearse, you test your slides, and you anticipate questions, or before your work day starts, you already know your top 3 priorities. Okay, that is show up early and be prepared. Number 7, prioritize excellence over busyness. Prioritize excellence over busyness. What do we mean by that? There's a difference between motion and progress. Yes, you can be running all day and still go nowhere. Very true. Now, true professionals will ask, what's the most important thing I need to get done, and how can I get to do it well? Okay? Because excellence speaks louder than effort. Okay? So we should aim for results, not just activities. Aim for results, not just activities. Now, busyness means being active, but excellence means delivering real results. Busyness is being active, but excellence means delivering real result. And high impact professionals don't just stay busy. No, 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 they don't just. But as in, they don't just stay busy to look productive, but they choose tasks that truly matter and do them well. Now, examples we are going to look at is, instead of doing 10 rushed tasks, you can focus on 3 high impact ones and do them thoroughly. Yes. Another one is that you just You don't just tick off your to-do list. No, 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 no. But you ensure that each task is done with attention to detail and quality. And you also ask, is this task helping the team or the client achieve a goal? Okay. These are attributes of a high impact professional. Prioritize excellence over busyness. Prioritize excellence over busyness. Then number 8, practice deep focus. Practice deep focus. Yes, as a high impact individual, your brain works best when it can give full attention to one thing at a time. Yes, deep focus is your secret weapon in a noisy world. Yes, it's a is that secret weapon you need. And if you can master this habit, you do better work in less time, and you'll be able to stand out for your consistency and clarity. Now, when we say deep focus means working with full attention without distractions. Working with full attention without distractions. And high impact professionals knows that multitasking reduces quality, and instead they carve out time to do what? To give one task their complete focus. Now, an example is you silence your phone, you close unnecessary tabs, and you focus fully on writing a report for 60 minutes. That's an example. Another example is that you set a timer for a focused work, like the Pomodoro technique: 25 minutes focus, 5 minutes break, 25 minutes focus, 5 minutes break, 25 minutes focus, 5 minutes break. Very helpful and very great. Okay. Another example is during meetings, you listen actively and take notes instead of checking emails or checking your WhatsApp or your Facebook and all of that. Deep focus. Number 9, finish what you start. Finish what you start. This is another attribute for high impact professionals. Okay, finishing strong is a habit of champions. Finishing strong is a habit of champions. And you take note, anybody can start a task. Anybody can start a task. But the professional who stand out are those who close loops. They are the ones that bring things to completion. Okay, you should finish what you start. And each time you finish a task with excellence, what happens is that you strengthen your reliability, and reliability leads to opportunity. Now, high impact professionals don't abandon tasks halfway. No, no, no. They follow through even when it gets boring or difficult. Okay, they follow through even when it gets boring or difficult. And they always understand that starting is easy, but finishing well is what builds your reputation. That starting is easy, but finishing well is what builds your reputation. Here, an example is that you start a report and make sure it's edited, it's reviewed, and submitted, not left halfway done. Another one is that you commit to leading a team project and stay engaged till the final result is achieved. Another one is, even when you're tired, you complete the day's top task before logging off. Okay, finish what you start. The next one is learn the art of follow through. Learn the art of follow through. What do we mean by that? Follow through means making sure that a promise or assignment is completed, even if it takes reminders, updates, or extra effort. Just make sure that a promise or an assignment is completed. It shows that you're committed, you're responsible, and you're dependable. An example is when you send update to a client after promising feedback. Another one is that after a meeting, you share your assigned tasks, and when you complete them, The third example I'll give is that you don't leave things hanging. No, 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 no. You follow through till the task is done. You don't leave things hanging. You follow through till the task is done. Now let's get to the next slide. Document and track your performance. Document and track your performance. What do we mean by that? Now, what it means is that tracking your performance shows that you're not working blindly, yes, that you're paying attention to growth, you're paying attention to impact, and also paying attention to results. Now, when you practice the habit of follow through and tracking your performance, it will not only make you dependable, it will make you promotable. Yes, you become promotable. So high impact professionals don't just rely on memory. They keep records, they track what they've done, they measure their results, and they find ways to improve. This helps them to show their value and to grow their impact. Okay, now let's look at some examples of documenting and tracking your performance. Number one is you maintain a personal log of tasks completed and outcomes achieved, and feedback received. You review your performance monthly to see what's working and what's not. And then you use simple tools like spreadsheets, like apps or journals to stay organized. Okay, now let's get to our next slide. This is an interesting quote by Frank A. Clark. Criticism, like rain, should be gentle enough to nourish a man's growth without destroying his roots. Criticism, like rain, should be gentle enough to nourish a man's growth without destroying his roots. Now we are into category 3, relationship habits. Relationship habit. Let's take a short music break.
Step by step, I know they confuse. Every day I dey build my lane. I dey grow, I know they play. Hashtag out. Now smart, I dey move, no be gaga. I dey rise steady, no wahala. Small, small, I dey climb, I know they rush. Smart habits, they be, I know they hush. I know they point finger, I take my part. Mind they sharp, I dey play my card. I know they make noise, I just they act. I dey walk clean, I saw it be fact. I know they point finger, I take my part. Mind they sharp, I dey play my card. I know they make noise, I just they act. I dey walk clean, I saw it be fact. I dey reflect, I dey plan well. I dey move with sense, no be hard sell. No be every fight I go enter. Now for cause I get, I no be pretender. I know they do anyhow. Now high impact, I dey chase now. Now smart, I dey move, no be gaga. I dey ride steady, no wahala. Small, small, I dey climb, I know they rush. Smart habits, they pay, I know they hush. I know the average, I know they slack. Now smart pro lifestyle, I carry for back. No be luck, na sense I use. Step by step, I know they confuse. Every day I dey build my lane. I dey grow, I know they play. Hashtag I know the average, I know they slack. A smart pro lifestyle, I carry for back. I smart, I dey move, no be gaga. I dey rise steady, no wahala. Small, small, I dey climb, I know they rush. Smart habits, they pay, I know they hush. I know the average, I know they slack.
All right, category 3, relationship habits. Relationship habits. Number 12, give value before asking. Give value before asking. What does that mean? This is a simple but powerful habit. Add value before you ask for a favor. This I can tell you that relationships grow stronger when we are generous, yes. And it could be offering a helpful advice, a helpful resource, giving credit, or simply being supportive. And when you give first, you create goodwill, and that always comes back. It always comes back, it always comes around. And in professional relationships, don't always lead with requests. Don't always lead with requests. Instead, offer help, offer support, offer ideas or encouragement, before something in return. Before you start expecting something in return, offer help, support, ideas, or encouragement. And let me tell you, people will always remember those who are generous, helpful, and thoughtful. People will always remember those who are generous, helpful, and thoughtful. Now, an example is, before asking a mentor for help, you must first share how their work has impacted you. Okay? Another one is, you help a colleague with their report, not because you expect anything, but because it builds trust. And then another one I'll tell you, like on LinkedIn, you regularly comment on people's posts and share help useful resources, not just self promote. Those are examples of giving value before asking. We shouldn't have an entitlement mentality. Give value before asking. Number 13, learn to listen actively. Learn to listen actively. Learn to listen actively. Now, listening is one of the most underrated leadership traits. Very true. Excuse me. Listening is one of the most underrated leadership skills. And when people feel heard, they trust you more. Very true. And if you're always talking, you might miss important information and also misunderstand others. But when you listen deeply, okay, when you listen deeply, what happens? You build stronger connections and you become wiser in your decisions. So active listening is more than hearing, is more than hearing. Okay, it means giving your full attention, showing interest, and understanding what's being said. And I can tell you that high impact professionals, they always listen to learn, not just to reply. An example is, you maintain eye contact, you nod, you ask questions when someone speaks. It shows that you're truly engaged. And then you don't interrupt or jump in. You just let them finish before responding. Another example is when you reflect their words by saying things like, "So what I hear you saying is," okay, you reflect their words. It shows that you're actively listening. Number 14, don't gossip, protect reputations. Don't gossip, protect reputations. This is another awesome habit that's so critical for a high impact professional. Okay, gossip is a silent career killer, yes. Okay, it might feel small, but it tells people that you can't be trusted. Okay, now, protecting people's name, especially when they are not around, is a mark of maturity and leadership. That means if someone gossips to you today, let me tell you, good people, they may gossip about you tomorrow. If someone gossip to you today, they may gossip about you to another person tomorrow. Choose integrity always. And like we said earlier, gossip may seem harmless, but it destroys trust, it destroys team culture. And smart professionals don't engage in backbiting or spreading rumors. Instead, they speak with integrity and they protect the reputation of others even when they are not in the room. An example is, you avoid conversations that tear others down behind their backs. And when someone tries to gossip to you, you change the topic or walk away. Other example is that if there's a real issue, you address it with the person directly, not third parties. Now let's get to the next slide. Handle criticisms with grace. Handle criticisms with grace. What do we mean by that? Criticism is, when it stings, can be a gift. Criticism, when it stings, can be a gift. And high impact professionals don't take it personally. Instead, they pause, they reflect, and they apply what's helpful and release the rest. They pause, they reflect, apply what's helpful, and release the rest. And they don't get defensive or angry, but they listen with maturity. Example here is that your supervisor gives tough feedback. Yes, a tough feedback. And instead of shutting down, what do? You say, okay, thank you, I'll work on that. Another example is a client complains about your delivery. You apologize professionally and correct it quickly. You apologize professionally and correct it quickly. Let's look at number 16. Build networks intentionally. Build networks intentionally. Now, what do you mean by building networks intentionally? There's a common quote that your network is your net worth. Your network is your net worth. Okay? Don't just talk to people when you need something. Build genuine two-way relationships, okay, over time. Connect, share values, keep in touch, and those bonds are often that bridge, to your next big breakthrough. So don't wait for networking to happen by accident. Build relationships on purpose across departments, across industries, and across platforms. And strong networks often open doors to new knowledge, to new referrals, to support, and to new opportunities. Examples here is that you attend industry events and introduce yourself to new people. Another one is that you follow up, after conferences and webinars with a friendly message. And 3, you keep in touch with former colleagues and supervisors in a meaningful way. Those are how to build network intentionally. Now, says don't confuse activity with productivity. Many people are simply busy being busy. This is a quote by Robin Sharma. Don't confuse don't confuse activity with productivity, because many people are simply busy being busy. This is a quote by Robin Sharma. Now, category 4, the last but not the least. The last but not the least.
That's my pro lifestyle, I got it for back.
No be like since I use. Step by step, I not be confused. Every day I dey build my lane. I dey grow and no dey play. That's smart, I dey move, no be gra gra. I dey rise steady, no wahala. Small small, I dey climb, I no dey rush. Smart habits dey pay, I no dey hush. I know they point finger, I take my part. Mind they sharp, I dey play my card. I know they make noise, I just dey act. I dey walk clean, so it be fact. I dey reflect, I dey plan well. I dey move with sense, no be hard sell. No be every fight I go enter. Now focus I get, I no be pretender. I know they do anyhow. Now high impact I dey chase now. Not smart, I dey move, not grace, I dey walk. No be who shall pass, they do the work. I dey show up, I dey finish strong. One habit at a time, you no go take long.
Alright, number 17, invest in learning consistently. invest in learning consistently. Now, your success will never grow faster than your knowledge. Your success will never grow faster than your knowledge. And if you want to stay ahead, you have to keep learning. You have to keep learning. It doesn't have to be expensive, but it does have to be intentional. Yes, you have to keep learning. It doesn't have to be expensive, but it has to be intentional. Now, learning consistently keeps your mind sharp. Yes, it keeps your mind sharp and your skills competitive, and that's how you future proof your career. Now, high impact professionals are always learning, they're always learning. True, not just when it's required, but because they value growth. Okay, they don't wait for training, they take charge of their development by reading, by attending classes, by joining webinars, or by learning from mentors. Now, learning keeps you relevant, it keeps you confident and and resourceful, in a fast changing world. And an example is you read at least one book a month related to your field or personal development. Number two, you take free or paid online courses on skills that you want to improve. Example, public speaking, AI tools, leadership. Three, you listen to podcasts or you watch TED Talks during commutes or during breaks. So be a lifelong learner. Be a lifelong learner. Number 18, seek feedback regularly. Seek feedback regularly. That means the simple truth is what you don't know, you can't grow. What you don't know, you can't grow. And feedback may not always feel good, but it's always useful. It may not always feel good, it's always useful. When you ask for it often, you grow faster than those who hide from it. And people respect you more because it shows humility and a hunger to improve. Now, professionals who want to grow don't wait for annual reviews. They ask for feedback often. They don't see feedback as criticism, they see it as insight. They see it as a mirror that helps them become better. They ask questions like, how did I do? Is there something I could improve? What would you do differently if you were in my shoes? An example is, after a presentation, you ask a trusted colleague, what worked well? What could I have done better? What should I do better next time? Or another example is, you ask your manager for performance insights every month, not just at appraisal time. And number three example is when you listen without interrupting and thank the person, even if the feedback is tough. Even if the feedback is tough. Number 19, maintain mental and emotional discipline. Maintain mental and emotional discipline. Now, smart professionals don't just manage tasks, they manage themselves. Yes, they manage themselves. Your ability to stay calm, to stay focused and emotionally stable during challenges is a skill that will separate you from the rest. Very true. Now, it builds trust, it reduces mistakes and helps you show up at your best self even on tough times. Now, being smart isn't just about knowledge, it's also about managing your emotions, managing your mindset, and managing your mental energy. And high impact professionals, they don't let pressure, they don't let anger, they don't even let fear control them. No, 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 no. They practice mental discipline by staying calm, by staying focused, and by staying emotionally intelligent, especially under stress. So now, what are the examples? When a client is rude, you respond professionally instead of reacting emotionally. And you pause before replying to a frustrating email. And number three example is that you use breathing exercises, prayers, or quiet time to reset your emotion during stressful days. Now let's get to the next slide. Reflect and journal weekly. If possible, journal daily. reflect and journal weekly or daily if you can. Now, what do we mean by that? Reflection helps you to grow on purpose. You stop just going through the motions and you start learning from your experiences. Now, the world is changing. The world is changing. Reflection is how you learn from your life and how it impacts, professionals set time aside each week to ask what went well, what didn't go well, what can I do differently? And they use journaling to gain clarity, to track their progress, and to reconnect with their goals. Now, number 13, 21, stay adaptable and curious. Stay adaptable and curious. What do we mean by that? Remember, the world is changing fast. Smart professionals are open-minded, they are curious, and they are willing to try new things. Smart professionals don't get stuck in the way it's always been, in quotes, the way it's always been like this, but they explore new tools, new ways of thinking, and new opportunities with excitement, not fear. An example is every Sunday evening you write 3 lessons, okay, 3 lessons from the past weeks and one goal for the next. Other example is when you experiment with new technologies instead of avoiding them. Another one is when you ask questions like, what if we tried it this way? Or what else can I learn from this? I believe we've had so much value today. We've had so much value. We are almost rounding off our session. And let's get this quote by Eleanor Roosevelt that says, great minds discuss ideas. Average minds discuss events. Small minds discuss people. Great minds discuss ideas. Average minds discuss events. Small minds discuss people. This is a quote by Eleanor Roosevelt. Now, let's take a recap of all the 21 habits at a glance. I'll just do a music break and we will scroll through the 21 habits that we've discussed today. A recap.
I know the average, I know the slack. Now smart pro lifestyle I carry for back. You do, ooh, you do, ooh. No be luck, no sense I use. Step by step, I know they confuse. Every day I dey build my lane. I dey grow, I know they play. Nah, I smart, I dey move, no be gra gra. I dey rise steady, no wahala. Small, small, I dey climb, I know they rush. Smart habits, they pay, I know they rush. I know they point finger, I take my part. Mind the sharp, I dey play my card. I know they make noise, I just dey act. I dey walk clean, na so it be facts. I know they point finger, I take my part. Mind the sharp, I dey play my card. I know they make noise, I just dey act. I dey walk clean, na so it be facts. I dey reflect, I dey plan well. I dey move with sense, no be hard sell. No be every fight I go enter. Now focus I get, I no be pretender. I know they do anyhow. Now high impact I dey chase now. Nah, I smart I dey move, my grace I dey walk. No be who shout pass they do the work. I dey show up, I dey finish strong. One habit at a time, you no go take long. I know the average, I know the slack. Na smart pro lifestyle I carry for back. I know the average, I know the slack. Na smart pro lifestyle I carry for back.
step, I build the way. One smart habit every day. Focused mind and steady hands. Rising tall where leaders stand. I'm built to rise, I'm built to grow. Step by step and it starts to show. Consistency, courage and clarity to high impact habits, I know what to do. No more blame, I own my role. Vision sharp, I know my goal. I speak with purpose, learn with fire. Push through limits, aim up higher. I reflect, I learn, I stay focused. I grow, I don't just work hard, I work smart. I'm not average, I'm aligned with purpose. Every day I show up as the smart professional I was born to be. I'm built to rise, I'm built to grow. Step by step, then it starts to show. Consistency, courage, and clarity to high impact habits, I know.
Now, let's take a moment to bring everything together. And these are the 21 habits that make up the Smart Professionals Playbook. Okay, as you can see, they are not complicated for or reserved for special people. They are practical, they are learnable, and they are powerful. So some of you may already be practicing some of this. Great, great. But now the goal is to practice them more intentionally and build consistently. Practice them more intentionally and build consistently, because real success is not about doing a few things once. It's about doing the right things over and over again. And good people, you don't need to master all 21 at once. No, no, no. Start with 2 or 3 habits in each category. Track your growth, reflect them, and most of all, stay committed to becoming a high impact professional. I believe we had a good time as we had a recap. Now, which habits do you need most? Which habits do you need most? Just self reflect. Ask yourself, okay, which habits do you already practice consistently? Which ones are missing or weak in your current routine? Which 3 habits, if you start building them today, could make the biggest difference in your results, in your relationships, or with your reputations? Ask yourself these questions, and you will be surprised at the outcome. Okay? And what I'll suggest is that choose one habit from each category. Remember, mindset, work ethics, relationship, personal growth. Don't overthink. Go with a habit that excites or challenge you the most. And remember, good people, small changes done consistently leads to big results. Small changes done consistently leads to big results. I believe we've had so much value and we've learned so much. We've learned so much. The Smart Professionals formula, which is success is equal to habit times consistency times self-awareness. The Smart Professionals formula is success is equal to habit times consistency times self-awareness. Habits are your daily actions, what you do without thinking. Consistency means doing the right things regularly, not just once in a while. And then self-awareness is knowing that your strengths, your weaknesses, knowing your strength, knowing your weaknesses, and knowing where to grow. Okay, now these 3 work together like ingredients in a recipe. You need all 3 to create sustainable success. Remember the formula: success is equal to habits times consistency times self-awareness. Now, the final words of encouragement to you. What's my final words of encouragement to you? Number 1, don't aim for perfection, aim for progress. One smart choice at a time. Don't aim for perfection, aim for progress. One smart choice at a time. And even small daily improvement can lead to massive transformation over time. Okay? Don't aim for perfection, aim for progress, one smart choice at a time. And let me remind you of some people, you are more capable than you know. And you don't need to have it all figured out at all. You don't need to. You just need to start with one smart shift, one smart habit. And the future belongs to those who grow with intention. And remember, let me repeat myself, you are more capable than you think. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to start with one smart shift, one smart habit, just one. Start. And remember, the future belongs to those who grow with intention. Okay? And I want to leave you with this thought. It's not who you are that holds you back, it's who you think you are not. Listen again. It's not who you are that holds you back, it's who you think you are not. Sometimes we doubt ourselves, very true. We feel like we are not smart enough, we are not skilled enough, we are not confident enough. But I want to remind you today, you have what it takes. You have what it takes. You don't need to change everything overnight. Just choose one smart habit and start there. You're already on your way. You're already on your way, good people. Thank you so much, as we had a great time learning. John Dewey said, we do not learn from experience, we learn from reflecting on experience. We do not learn from experience, we learn from reflecting on experience. So my call to action today is to remind you, you're more capable than you know. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to start with one smart shift, one smart habit, and another reminder that the future belongs to those who grow with intention. Thank you so much. It's been a great learning time. We've had so much fun learning together. Just put your comments, your questions in the comment section. Put your contributions. Thank you again, good people, for spending your time with me. I don't take it lightly. No, 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 no. And I hope you're leaving here feeling inspired, feeling informed, and feeling equipped. And if you enjoyed this session, good people, please like, please like, please share it with someone you care about, and join our community where I share even more tools and resources. Let's stay let's stay connected, because the journey to become a high impact professional is better when we grow together. You can connect with me on Facebook, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, Enobong Ekarika, Enobong Ekarika, Enobong Ekarika. You can connect with me via email at enobongekarika1@gmail.com. Thank you so much for a great time we've had learning together, and remain blessed.
Know what to do. I know what to do. I reflect, I learn, I stay focused. I grow, I don't just work hard, I work smart. I'm not average, I'm aligned with purpose. Every day I show up as the smart professional I was born to be. This is my time, I rise, I lead. The smart pro's life, I live the creed. To rise, I'm built to grow, step by step, and it starts to show. Consistency, courage, and clarity to high impact habits, I know what to do. No more blame, I own my role. Vision sharp, I know my goal. I speak with purpose, learn with fire, push through limits, aim up higher. I reflect, I learn, I stay focused. I grow, I don't just work hard, I work smart. I'm not average, I'm aligned with purpose. I reflect, I learn, I stay focused. I grow, I don't just work hard, I work smart. I'm not average, I'm aligned with purpose. Every day I show up as the smart professional I was born to be. Smart Pro's life, I live the creed. No be luck, na sense I use. Step by step, I know they confuse. Every day I dey build my lane. I dey grow, I know they play. Hashtag out. Now smart, I dey move, no be gaga. I dey rise steady, no wahala. Small, small, I dey climb, I know they rush. Smart habits, they be, I know they hush. I know they point finger, I take my part. Mind they sharp, I they play my card. I know they make noise, I just they act. I they walk clean, I saw it be fact. I know they point finger, I take my part. Mind they sharp, I they play my card. I know they make noise, I just they act. I they walk clean, I saw it be fact. I do reflect, I they plan well. I they move with sense, no be hard sell. No be every fight I go enter. Now for cause I get, I no be pretender. I know they do anyhow. Now high impact, I they chase now. Now smart, I they move, no be gaga. I they rise steady, no wahala. Small, small, I they climb, I know they rush. Smart habits, they pay, I know they hush. I know the average, I know they slack. Now Smart Pro lifestyle, I carry for back. No be luck, na sense I use. Step by step, I know they confuse. Every day I dey build my lane. I dey grow, I know they play. Hashtag up, I know the average, I know they slack. A Smart Pro lifestyle, I carry for back. I smart, I dey move, no be gaga. I dey rise steady, no wahala. Small, small, I dey climb, I know they rush. Smart habits, they pay, I know they hush. I know the average, I know they slack. A Smart Pro lifestyle, I carry for back.
No be like na since I use. Step by step, I know they confuse. Every day I dey build my lane. I dey grow, I know they play. That's smart, I dey move, no be gaga. I dey rise steady, no wahala. Small, small, I dey climb, I know they rush. Smart habits, they pay, I know they hush. I know they point finger, I take my parts. Mind they sharp, I they play my card. I know they make noise, I just they act. I they walk clean, so it be fact. I they reflect, I they plan well. I they move with sense, no be hard sell. No be every fight I go enter. Now focus I get, I no be pretender. I know they do anyhow. Now high impact, I they chase now. Not smart, I they move, not grace, I they walk. No be who shall pass, they do the work. I they show up, I they finish strong. One habit at a time, you no go take long. I know the average, I know they slack. Not Smart Pro lifestyle, I carry for back. You do, ooh, you do, ooh. No be luck, no sense I use. Step by step, I know they confuse. Every day I dey build my lane. I dey grow, I know they play. Nah, I smart, I dey move, no be gra gra. I dey rise steady, no wahala. Small, small, I dey climb, I know they rush. Smart habits, they pay, I know they hush.